We're gonna go ahead and just refuse service. There's no reason. That's what we're gonna go ahead and do today. I'll go ahead and I'll take that. If you guys could go ahead and please leave the store, we'd really appreciate it.
Wait, so why do you have to leave the store?
Because we're just refusing service. We don't have to have a reason.
I think you should have a reason for kicking us out of the store. We're just shopping here. What is your reason?
To be quite completely honest with you, I don't have to have a reason. I'm just letting you guys know.
So are you going to kick everyone else out of the store too?
Funny.
If we have the right to refuse service to anybody, so I'm having the right to refuse service to you guys. I don't have to have a reason. That is my reason. So I'm just asking you guys to please leave the store today.
It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. It's really happening.
So you've seen us steal before? Is that what you're saying?
Nobody said that at all.
That's what he said. That we're repeat shoplifters here.
We've seen you in here before. I didn't say
I have not been here.
So
I haven't been here
I don't even know the last time.
to be honest with you guys, we've seen you in here plenty of times before.
Us too.
Yeah, we've seen people.
Do you have like a picture? Because it's not us.
I don't need to show you guys. I'm refusing service to you guys today. I've asked you guys to please leave the store. I don't need you guys to get violent or anything like that.
Violent?
You guys are.
Let's go.
Hold on. If there's someone, I'll talk to you guys outside.
How are you getting violent?
Violent. It's crazy. I can't.
Hello guys, and welcome to the Joy Report. In today's video, we're going to talk about H&M and how they keep playing in black people's faces. Here we go again. H&M clearly didn't land the first, second, or even third time. From dressing a black boy in a hoodie that read "coolest monkey in the jungle" to now having a store manager racially profile two young black women for absolutely no reason, to the lazy, half-done job on a little black girl's hair in a campaign shoot. At this point, black people are saying enough is enough. H&M thought they could disrespect the black community and still collect their coins. Nah, they're about to find out. When you continue to play with black people's dignity, it comes with consequences. This time, folks aren't just angry, they're boycotting, and H&M is going to learn today. When you mess around, you will clearly find out. If this is the kind of content you enjoy, please consider subscribing, liking and sharing, because it helps YouTube recommend it to a wider audience. And so now, without further ado guys, let's go straight into this video. But first, let me play you a few videos on this matter and I'll come back with my commentary. As a side note, all credit goes to the creators of these videos.
And to that ex-employee at H&M who discriminated against them two little black girls, listen, I got 4 letters for you. FAFO, and that's exactly what you did. And listen, I'm glad those girls got an attorney, because had that would have happened to me, listen, they would have had to change H&M to M&M, and it would have stand for me and mine, because everything in that store would have belonged to me. And then had the nerve to tell them that she don't want them to get violent. Listen, you don't want to get it violent? See, that's giving me every reason to knock every single thing in this store over. Listen, I'm glad they handled it with much grace and much class, as they should, okay? Because I hope they get their coins.
Those 2 girls that got kicked out of H&M for no good reason, because that's what the manager said. No reason. Their parents raised them well, because the moment that lady said, "I don't need you getting violent," that's when violence would have ensued. My emotions would have came over. Now, what they should have did when they walked out was knock down all those raggedy clothes that H&M sells, and that would have been fine. But you know what? They were raised well, and I like how they handled it. But also, those girls never stole before. And you know how I know? I worked in retail for 10 years. If they stole before, the lead security would have came out, apprehended them, and showed them recordings and pictures of them stealing. But guess what? They didn't have that because they never stole. So why in 2025 would you feel comfortable enough to throw some girls out of your store that were never a threat or harm, anything like that? That's crazy. And then I bet she didn't think she was going to go viral, dummy. But I can't wait till they get their lawsuit money. It's about to be real up for them. Whole life is about to be set. Not gonna hold you.
H&M, that's why y'all clothes look dusty. That's why nobody shops there anymore. Did y'all see those 2 girls get kicked out of H&M? They were so intelligent and so sweet about this whole situation, but I almost used the wrong terminology. But that non-colored woman tried to discriminate those 2 beautiful young black women and tried to say that they didn't want them in the shop just because they didn't want them there. Well, I mean, in the store. And I'm just like, it's so funny how, but if we were to do that, we wouldn't hear the end of it. Oh, they treat us like this outbreak. I don't care. I'm at the point now, treat them how they treat us. Treat them how they treat us. And this is why when people scream out, "Oh, let's unity," no. It's too many of y'all to to try to decipher who's who. Are you the good person or are you the bad one? Just like how y'all do us. Oh, you must be the good black. It's too many of y'all to oh, are you a good person? Look, no, we just can't mess with y'all. Like, look how y'all treat us. In H&M, your sales were already down. They're about to go drastically, tremendously to the pits of hell.
The two beautiful ladies, Nia and Noella, they got kicked out of H&M, sticking up for themselves, was everything I needed. Everything I needed. I'm quite proud of these young ladies for sticking up for themselves and saying, can we ask why? Because you need a reason. You need a reason. Respect for one another, for spending coins at your establishment. You need a reason. Don't just be kicking folks out. You need a reason. Because the reason that we assume it's not working in your favor, love. It's not working in your favor. Be courteous and give a reason. You didn't have a valid one. Just say that. Just say, I didn't have a valid one. And you could tell that she was not ready for them to come over there and say nothing to her because she didn't even have her speech ready for them when they arrived. That tells a lot. That tells a lot. You were not ready for them to come over and say, you're kicking us out? Like, what happened? What's wrong? What's going on? And I don't actually have to give you a reason. That said a lot. You weren't ready for them to stick up for themselves. And that lets us know they was raised correctly. Because they could have just left and been like, this happened. They went over to you and said, can you please explain why? Please look me in the face. Eye to eye contact. What happened? What's going on? Let's talk about it. Yeah, she wasn't ready for them to walk over there. And they did. Standing on business. And the best way to clear somebody is to say, my attorney said don't leave a comment. I'm here for this energy, absolutely. I do hope that this means that a lawsuit is in the works, on the way, already filed or something. Because they need one. Go ahead. If it's not, go ahead and get to that. Let's start with what just happened. Two young black women were shopping at a H&M store in New Mexico. They weren't causing any trouble. They weren't being loud. They weren't stealing. They were simply shopping, just like any other customer. But then out of nowhere, the manager sent the store security to ask them to leave. No explanation, no warning, just vibes and clear racial profiling. When one of the girls asked why they were being told to leave, the manager replied with one of the most shocking answers. There's no reason. We just want you guys to leave. Imagine that, being kicked out of a store for no reason other than the color of your skin, the tone, the smugness, the casual abuse of authority. It wasn't just rude, it was racist. And the worst part, the manager, the person who's supposed to be handling complaints and protecting staff and customers, was the one leading this. The moment was caught on camera, and when the video hit the internet, it spread like wildfire, and people weren't just mad, they were done, because this wasn't the first time H&M disrespected black people. It was just the latest. Let's not forget the incident that put H&M in hot water back in 2018. A young black boy wearing a green hoodie with the words "coolest monkey in the jungle." That was an international scandal. The photo was offensive. It was tone deaf, and it showed just how clueless or careless the people behind these campaigns were. Even then, people gave H&M a chance to learn and grow. People gave the brand space to do better. And what did H&M do with that chance? They fumbled it, because years later, here we are again, talking about yet another racially insensitive situation. The same disregard, the same patterns, the same excuses. It's no longer a mistake. It's a culture. And it's clear that within that company, black people are not seen, respected, or valued the way they should be.
Because why did I just repost a video of an H&M worker kicking out two black girls after accusing them of being in there before and stealing? Mind you, they both said they had not been there in a long period of time. They both asked for pictures, both asked for evidence. Like, and the whole time, girls like, oh, I'm just refusing service. I'm just refusing service. I'm just refusing service. Not giving no explanation on why for real. Has a whole ass police officer standing there and then tries to tells the police officer, I don't want them trying to get violent. Mind you, these girls ain't even violent, ain't raising their voices like that for real. They're just genuinely fucking confused. As they should be. The girl talking, she got a whole essential hoodie on, and she has her braids done. What makes you think that she about to go up in H&M, baby, and steal? Having two pieces of merchandise in their hands. And then when old girl's like, you accused us of being in here before and stealing before, she's like, no, I didn't say that. That's quite literally what she said. She was like, we've seen you in here multiple times before. Da, 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 da. Sound like H&M want to be just like Target. Because, baby, I promise we'll stop shopping there. I don't shop there now.
Now, let's rewind to another incident that had people side-eyeing H&M hard. In 2019, the company released a children's campaign featuring a lineup of kids in casual clothes. Among them was a young black girl. beautiful, innocent, and full of potential. But when people saw her photo, something stood out. Her hair looked completely unstyled, dry, and unkempt. Compared to other kids in the campaign who had neat hair and polished looks, this little girl's appearance looked like no one had bothered to care. It wasn't just natural, it was neglected, and Black parents, stylists, and community members saw it immediately. H&M responded by saying the shoot was meant to reflect after-school vibes, like the kids had just come from school. But that excuse fell flat, because even in an after-school look, every child should be presented with care. And it's always Black children who get shown this kind of careless treatment. Their features, their skin, their hair, it's constantly an afterthought in these big brand campaigns. People were rightfully furious. That little Black girl deserved better. She deserved to be treated with the same respect and attention as the non-Black kids beside her. Instead, her image became a reflection of how little some companies understand or care about proper Black representation. For H&M to face the music, they've had years to get it right. They've had Black models, Black consumers, Black creators, and Black parents supporting them. But they've shown again and again that they're not worthy of that support. This latest incident was the final straw. Black folks are tired of being followed around in stores, tired of being accused of stealing, tired of being used for marketing but not respected behind the scenes, tired of having their children treated like afterthoughts in an ad campaign, just tired of the disrespect. So now, H&M gets to deal with the consequences, and they're going to feel it in their pockets. This boycott is real because the message is simple. If you keep playing with Black people, you're going to find out what unity looks like. And let's not forget, Black consumers have serious spending power. In the US alone, Black people spend over $1 trillion a year. That's not a small number. That's a whole economy. When Black people organize and decide to withhold their money, companies notice. Take Target, for example. When Black influencers speak out, brands feel the heat. When Black parents say, we won't buy from you anymore, it affects the entire industry. So if H&M wants to keep playing games, fine, but they're going to learn that Black folks aren't afraid to walk away. They're not begging for inclusion. They're demanding respect. And if a brand can't deliver that, then it doesn't deserve their loyalty. So to summarize, this isn't just about one store or one campaign. It's about a pattern of disrespect that has gone on for too long. And it's time to take a stand. Black people deserve better in ads, in stores, in society. And until companies like H&M understand that, they will continue to lose billions. So what do you all think? Do you think brands like H&M truly learn from their mistake? Or are they just doing damage control each time? Do you believe Black consumers have the power to force change through boycotts? And more importantly, what are some Black-owned brands or stores you support instead? Let me know down in the comments. I would love to keep this discussion going. Otherwise, that's it from me. I also have another video about Candace Owens' plans to rebrand, and if you enjoy such kind of content, please click up here and enjoy. Also, consider subscribing, liking and sharing because it helps me grow my channel. But for now, thank you so much for watching, and until the next time, the Joy Report out.